Thank you for having me, Myron, and hello to all my friends at the USIBC Ideas Summit. It was just over a year ago, seems like a long time, that many of us met in Washington, right before my visit to New Delhi. That trip deepened the partnership between our two countries immensely. I know you're used to hearing that we're the oldest and most populous democracies in the world. That's true, and it's important. It's important to reiterate. We share a reverence for freedom, rule of law, and human rights that runs deep. And that's important. As I said in Delhi, the United States desires a new age of ambition in our relationship. We don't just interact on a bilateral basis. We see each other for what we are: great democracies, global powers, and really good friends. India is one of a few trusted, like-minded countries whose leaders I call on a regular basis for counsel and collaboration on issues that span continents. I'm grateful in particular to Minister Jaishankar for his friendship and for his sage advice. It's important. It's important that democracies like ours work together, especially as we see more clearly than ever the true scope of the challenge posed by the Chinese Communist Party. Our infrastructure projects, our supply chains, our sovereignty, and our people's health and safety are all at risk if we get it wrong. The recent clashes initiated by the PLA are just the latest examples of the CCP's unacceptable behavior. We were deeply saddened by the deaths of 20 Indian service members. I'm confident that with our concerted efforts, we can protect our interests. I especially commend India's recent decision to ban 59 Chinese mobile apps, including TikTok, that present serious security risks for the Indian people. And I'm happy to report that India is a rising U.S. defense and security partner in the Indo-Pacific and globally. In December, Defense Secretary Esper and I hosted the second ever 2+2 dialogue with our Indian counterparts. The United States has never been more supportive of India's security. India, too, is an important partner in a key pillar of President Trump's foreign policy: multilateralism that actually works. We work closely together to make sure that the World Intellectual Property Organization election was won by someone who respects property rights. Seems pretty basic. We've revived the so-called Quad, comprised of the U.S., India, Japan, and Australia. India is also part of a group of like-minded nations that I've convened regularly to advance shared interests. We've also invited Prime Minister Modi to the next G7, where we'll advance the Economic Prosperity Network. It's a group of countries and organizations that we consider natural partners because we share values like democracy and transparency and the rule of law. On a similar note, India has a chance to attract global supply chains away from China and reduce its reliance on Chinese companies in areas like telecommunications, medical supplies, and others. India is in this position because it has earned the trust of many nations around the world, including the United States. We also want to work with India to advance the Blue Dot Network, an initiative to promote high-quality, transparent infrastructure development. This effort is crucial to adopt because free markets are the best way to lift people out of poverty. India has seen that in its own recent past. That's an especially vital truth to remember today, because the private sector will be indispensable in overcoming the economic damage caused by the pandemic that began in Wuhan, China. But, as I said last year, to achieve these worthy goals, India will need to encourage an environment that is more open to increased trade and investment. I know that's possible because Indians and Americans share a spirit of hard work and entrepreneurship, and I'm confident our partnership is only getting stronger. Let's emerge from this current challenge more resilient and innovative than before. And let's seize this moment to deepen cooperation between two of the world's greatest democracies. Thanks for having me today. Have a wonderful rest of your summit.